everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. In Python tutorial series, our today's topic is type conversion. And under this topic, we will learn about type conversion built-in function. So let's start. What is type conversion? This method is used to convert the data from one data type to another data type, which means we have several data types. Like if I talk about string, boolean, integer, float, these are my data types, right? And if I want to convert the string type of data into integer or float, or I can say that I want to convert my float type of data into integer, then it is known as the conversion of one data type into another data type. Now, there are two types of type conversion. One is implicit and another is explicit. So let's understand implicit. What is implicit type of conversion? When Python converts the data from one data type to another data type automatically, then it is known as implicit type of conversion. And what does it mean? That means we are not putting any force to convert one data type into another data type, but it is automatically done by Python. So let's see how does it work. Let's move on to the coding part. Now I'm going to type one small program. So A is equal to 3, B is equal to 4.5. And I'm going to perform the addition of these two numbers. So what do you expect that what my C should print? It is printing 7.5. That means the type of A variable is integer and the type of B variable is float. And in the mixture of these two, as a result, I am getting float number. So my Python is taking type conversion automatically. How? That it is mixing both the types, integer and float, and altogether it is providing one result in the form of floating number. Now the question comes over here that why Python is not converting this expression into integer. That means why am I not getting only 7 as a result? So the reason behind is that integer occupies 4 bytes of space internally and float occupies 8 bytes of memory space internally. So float is bigger than integer, and Python always support the biggest data type in the expression. So according to my expression, if I compare A plus B, then A is integer type, B is type float. So it is supporting B variables data type and providing the result into float. And another reason behind is that Python never lose the data. Because if Python is going to provide me integer value, then it has to discard this 0.5 value. That means the data loss will be there in that case. So Python doesn't support data loss. That's why it is providing the result in float. So this is known as implicit conversion, where Python is converting everything automatically and providing us the result. Now, let's move on and take another example. That in what cases Python doesn't support implicit conversion. So I'm going to take one number 3.4 and B is equal to 10. Now A is of type float, but B is an integer value, but still it is known as a string value. Why it is known as a string value? Because whatever we write inside the single or double quotes, that becomes a string. Now I am going to perform the addition as I have done earlier. So A plus B, it is not giving me any result, but it is giving me one error. And what is the error? That we cannot add float and string data type number, right? So in place of that, if I say A is equal to 10 and B is equal to 20. So will I be able to do the addition now? Yes, of course, I'll be able to do it because right now I'm not using my arithmetic plus, but I'm performing concat operation. So concat operation is performed on two strings. So here A is of type string and B is also of type string. So if my both the values are of type string, I can perform this addition, or I can say this concat operation, right? But if my one value is integer, another is string, I cannot perform addition. If my one value is integer, another is string, I cannot perform addition. So here Python is not performing any implicit conversion. But yes, if both the numbers are digits, then it is performing it, and it is providing us the result in the biggest form. So this is how your implicit conversion works. Now move on. Explicit. What is explicit conversion? When the user converts the data from one data type to another data type forcefully. Now here Python is not taking everything automatically, but user is going to force Python to convert one data type to another data type. And how can we do it? We have list of inbuilt functions for the same. So we have str for converting anything into string. We have int for converting anything into integer. Similarly, float, hexadecimal number, bin is for binary number. That means we can convert any decimal number into binary number. Similarly, we can convert any number into octal number, then complex number. So we have learned about complex numbers earlier. Complex number is a combination of a real number and imaginary number. Real number is always my float number, and imaginary number is always denoted with J. Next is my list and tuple. So apart from these data types, Python also supports the sequence type conversion also. That means we can convert list into tuple or tuple into list also. And we can convert our integer or string also into list or tuple. So now let's move on and let's talk all the functions one by one. So I am going to take one example over here. A is equal to 4.5. Now I want to convert this float value into integer value. So what can I do for that? I am taking another variable and I am going to use int function. So inside my int function, I am going to pass a value because I want to convert a into integer. So what is this expression saying? That a value will be converted into integer and will go and stored into b variable. So let's do it and print b. So now it is going to give me the result in integer value. 4 is the whole number, which is known as integer value in Python, and 4.5 is the number with a fraction. And once I have converted this float number into integer, so what happened? This fractional part is discarded off. So in this way, we convert the float value into integer. Now the bigger number can be cut short into the smaller one. Let's take one more example, that how can I convert an integer value into a float one. So again, I'm going to perform the same operation, but in place of int, I'll use float. So I'm going to convert a into float number. So how can I do it? Now I'm going to display it. It will show me 4.0. That means 4 value is a whole number which is not containing any fractional part along with it. But if I'm converting it forcefully into float number, then it will add 0.0 along with the whole number and will become the float number. So in this way, we do the type conversion forcefully. Another function we can use as string. Now I'm going to take one string value and I'm going to show you that how can we convert it into string, int. So if I'm applying this, so now this, I have written only one line over here. So I have converted these two lines into one, right? So no need to write b is equal to int of a and then print a. Directly also I can apply this functionality inside my print function. So what will happen? It is going to give me 10 value, which is not a string value, but is an integer value. Similarly, if I say a is equal to 10.5, so I can convert that also into float number. So I'll be writing float in place of int and it is going to return me the float number. So now my 10.5 is not a string value, but it has been converted into float value. Now, one more complication I want to discuss with you here, that we have taken the example of integer number which is written in the form of string, and here an example of a float number which is written in the form of string. But what if I am taking a word in string and I'm going to convert it into integer or float? So am I able to do it? Let's check it. I'm not able to do it. Even if I am applying the float function forcefully over here, but this type of conversion is not going to take place in Python. So where my Python is not supporting type conversion, whether it is implicit or explicit, we can't do it. So apart from this, more force we can't put on Python to get it converted into float or int. So we have discussed about the conversion of string, float and integer type of value. Now I would like to take you back over there on the list of explicit type conversion functions. So we have more functions like complex number, right? So we can convert a number into complex also. And how can we do it? I'm going to show you. So I'm taking a number a is equal to 45. Now I'm going to convert it into a complex number. So complex will write as a function name, and I'm going to pass a as a parameter. Now it is converted. I will show you by printing b. So now I'm getting a complex number where my 45 is my real number and 0j is my imaginary number. And if I want to check the type of my variable b, so how can I do it? I have a function type about which we have talked in our previous session as well. So now it is showing me that this is of class type complex. So now my converted result is of type complex. So with the help of this type function, we can put a check on our converted numbers as well. Now we shall move upon list and tuple also. These are my sequences. Okay. So now I am going to take one list. L1 is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I am going to convert it into a tuple. So T1 is equal to tuple is the function to convert a list into a tuple or anything into a tuple. So I'm going to pass L1 inside my round brackets. So now it is converted, and finally I'm going to print T1. So now as you can see that list which is written inside square brackets has been converted into a tuple in the form of round brackets. And if I want to check whether this is the converted result is tuple or not, so we have type function. So I can do over here type of T1 and it will show me class tuple, right? Similarly, I can convert a tuple into a list as well. So I'm going to take one T1 is equal to 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I'm going to convert it into a list. So directly also I can do it like list of T1. So inside my print function only I have taken it. So now my this tuple is converted into a list. And where is the difference? That tuple is always using round brackets and list always use square brackets. Another thing that we have seen that how can we convert a list into a tuple and tuple into a list. Another thing is that we can convert a string also into a list or tuple. So I'm going to accept one string and I will be converting it into a list. So list of str1, right? Now I'm going to print my L1. And now this Python string is converted into a list. And all the values, all the characters are separated with comma and the boundaries are square brackets. Now if I want to check whether the converted type is actually a list or not, so I can do this and it will show me class list. So this is the data type of my variable L1. Next, now we can talk about hexadecimal number, octal number and binary number. Let's move on to the coding part. Now, I'm going to take one number. A is equal to 10. Now I'm going to convert it into a binary number. So function for the binary number is bin, bin. And I'm going to pass my variable a inside that. And I'll get the result as 0b1010. Now 0b is the indication that this is my binary number. And actually my binary number is 1010, which is 10. Okay, so now let's take another example. So I'm going to take a is equal to 4, and similarly I'm going to convert it into a binary number. So I'll get 100. This is my binary code for 4. Now similarly we can convert our numbers into hexadecimal number also, and for that we have HEX. So now I'm going to take the example a is equal to 4 for hexa. So I'm going to write over here a. So it will convert it into 4. OX is the indicator for that this is my hexadecimal number, and actually the hexadecimal code is 4. Let's take another example. A is equal to 50, right? So if I convert it into hexadecimal number, so I'll be writing it in this way and it will give me F. After the range 10 to 15, my hexadecimal codes are A, B, C, D, E, and F. That's why if I'm writing 15, so it is converting me into F alphabet, right? So if I'll take A is equal to 13, so what will I get in return? In hexadecimal code, I'll get D. If I'll take A is equal to 10, so what will I get in return? Hex of A, I'll get A alphabet. And if I'll write 9, that means below 10, so what will I get in return? I'll get 9 itself. Okay, so 0 to 9 it will remain same, and after 10 to 15 it will be A, B, C, D, E, and F. Similarly, I can convert the numbers into octal numbers. So I'm going to take one more number. A is equal to 23, and if I want to convert it into octal, so the function for the same is OCT, and I'm going to pass A inside that. So 0O is the indication for octal number, and 27 is actually my converted number. So the code for 23 is 27. I can take another number as well. If I show you A is equal to 7, so my octal code for the same will be 7 itself. So this is how we perform the conversions also in the form with the help of built-in functions. So today we have learned about two types of typecasting, that is implicit and explicit. In implicit, Python does the conversion automatically, but in explicit we need to use the built-in function to forcefully convert one data type into another data type. So I guess this is enough for the day. I will come with more information in my next Python tutorial series. Keep watching, keep practicing. Till then, stay safe, stay happy.